Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon, everybody.
That's it. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all well.
Afternoon.
As you can hear, I'm still a bit hoarse and croaky, but we're here and we're doing this. So let's enjoy it. Happy birthday, Deborah. Hi, Maka, Mandy, Gail, Tara, everybody who's commenting. It's lovely to see you all.
Absolutely.
And you're very, very welcome to an afternoon service. We thought we would try these. Last week's went really well with Jean and Irene, so we thought we would do another one, see what happens.
It'd be nice if I could see Jean without her, just at the, all I can see is the side of her face and her
left eye.
It's because I'm just looking at.
I just thought I'd, mention it, Jean.
But I am getting lots of lovely wallpaper inspiration from Jean because I love that wallpaper. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It is. It's lovely. I like that.
And I need to decorate, so I'm getting ideas.
It's nice in my bedroom, Tony. You've seen the one in my bedroom.
I have, yes.
Have you been into Jean's bedroom again, Tony? I don't know.
Hey,
I'll be in.
I've had him and Michael in my bedroom.
She has at the same time.
Well, there's not a lot I can say about that, is it?
No, and please don't. I will be in Nick Brown's bedroom tonight, along with lots of other people. There we are.
Yes.
Anyway, without further ado, let's start, and I'll open in prayer, and then we'll have a little bit of a chat, and then we'll have a beautiful poem, I've no doubt, from Pam down there. Anyway, can we blend our energies together, please? Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, thank you once again for allowing us to gather together in your name. We simply lose the physical form and return back to the realm of spirit, which is pure energy, pure love, and pure joy. Father, we promise that everything we do this afternoon will be done with love, truth, and honesty in our hearts. Father, I ask that the veil be opened between the two realms to allow the guides and inspirers of Jean, Irene, and myself to step forward so we may become pure vessels of communication, passing on messages of truth, proof, love, and upliftment from those who've gone home before us. And at the end of this service, Father, we will hand back to you everything which is rightfully yours, with love, with honour and glory. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, and thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Sarah, that's absolutely no problem. Sarah Stirrup says she's been absent. She's been really busy. I've seen some of your feeds, actually, Sarah. You've been really busy. Doing amazing work for Spirit as well, may I say. I just wanted to have a quick chat, actually, and I'm sure Jean and Irene will chip in with their two penneth like we always do, because we are a community and we are very supportive of each other. And thank you so much for all of you who are watching an afternoon service, because we weren't sure how many people would engage and what response we would get, because people are used to us doing evening services. But again, I just want to say that the way you have come together to make this a community is amazing. And we absolutely love the way you support each other and you chat and you really respond to each other. And it has become a community. It really has. And what I would say is, if we had four walls and we could all get together, that would be amazing. But I know we're widespread, and some people are watching from other continents, other time zones, which is absolutely blows my mind that you found us and you feel you want to engage. One thing I did want to talk about, having reviewed a couple of the live feeds, is when you are chatting, and I don't mind chat all you want, don't share too many personal details, because my only fear is our job as mediums, and when we have guest mediums on, I'm arranging something with Nick Brown, and Macca is welcome to come on again, and Matthew from Canada. What we don't want is anybody to be able to say, oh yeah, but you read that the other week when they were talking about that in the comments. So chat all you want, that's wonderful. But if you want to talk about personal issues that would not compromise, but question the proof that we're giving, take it into a private message, because then nobody else can see it, and we can't have people throwing back, but they read about that in the chat when they were talking about X, Y, and Z. So keep it high level. I just want to share, Jean and I have been friends for over 7 years now, and I've known Irene, gosh, not quite as long, but not far off.
About 5, I think, Tony.
It must be about 5 years since we started down at
little corner
space.
Yeah.
And we chat all the time, but it's really weird because we don't talk about anything extremely personal, any history or anything, because we give each other messages, and we want to be absolutely sure that the evidence we are giving is coming from spirit and not from, well, I read that in the comments the other week, or Jean shared that with me.
We just talk about everyday stuff, don't we, when
we
talk?
We do. And yeah, we do, like Michael's just said, we do encourage chat, because we are a community, and how do you form those bonds of community and congregation and worship if we haven't got that feeling of belonging? And you only get that from talking and sharing. So, but don't share too much in chat if you want to get into personal stuff. And I will, going forward, if I see people starting to share things, I will say, can you talk about that in a private message, please, because it's getting too personal, and we don't want to be having anybody say we've read something and remembered it and shared it later as if it's coming from spirit.
Tony, when we're in a church, what do? Yeah, we like to sit and talk to people before the service. But what do we say? We step back if they're talking about personal things. That's in a service.
Yeah.
So that we don't know what they're saying. So when we go up on rostrum, we can't turn around, or they can't turn around and say, oh, the woman just been stood next to me. And so they've heard that. Because we're not people that do it.
I was going to say, I'm not naming names, and I'm not going to say where, but we've seen people out having a fag, haven't we, Jane?
Yeah.
Talking about stuff, and we've heard the conversation, and then the mediums got up on rostrum and parroted back what they've been stood outside having a fag with. We've seen it done. And for me,
and it's wrong.
That's not only been disrespectful to the people sat in the congregation, it's been disrespectful to spirit. Because each of us three work true with spirit, and we wouldn't we, if one of us was starting to not reach to spirit, the other two would say, what are you doing that for? You know, you're better than that. Reach to spirit. You can do it. Because like Pam's just said, Pamela Greater X, it is unprofessional. And it goes back to something Reverend Lynn, if you haven't seen some of Reverend Lynn's videos that she does on Facebook Lives, she covers topics, and she was just on about this the other day, about the repealing of the Fraudulent Mediums Act. And true mediums don't need to do that. They can reach to spirit and get all the evidence they want. So that's all I wanted to do, because I've seen Lynn talking about stuff and other things that have happened, and I thought I wanted to say that because I don't want anybody to feel like they don't belong and they're not welcome. Everybody's welcome. Anybody and everybody, no matter your religion, gender, sexuality. You can be sky blue pink with lavender spots. We don't care.
As long as it's not Mr. Blobby.
Oh, please.
Can't stand him.
No, but anybody is welcome to watch one of my feeds as long as they're respectful. And we've seen it. People jump in and they make disrespectful comments, or they try to tender for readings. I won't have that. But you can talk on the feed, and that's fine as long as it's not too much and we're missing comments. But you can, if it does get too much and we are starting to miss comments, you've heard me say it, I'll say, can you slow down the chat, please? We missed something there. But that's just how we work.
Have you seen what Debbie's put on?
Yeah, but what I would come back to Debbie on that and say is, like we were talking just before the service started, if what we want on here is a sense of community, the way that's built in a physical church is half an hour before you start selling teas and coffees, or you start serving teas and coffees, and people stand around chatting, and people have that time after the service where they gather together and they talk and they share, and that's how that church builds its sense of congregation. I am sure when people are putting comments and chatting on the feeds here, they are still listening to what's been said. And if it starts being disrespectful, then I will call it. You know, I will. We've done it before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what I want to say is, and I'm going to mention names, Deborah Adams and Paul suffered bereavements in period of lockdown. You've got no church, nothing where you can go for comfort and solace. And what really made me emotional, and I did shed tears, I will be honest, is the way our congregation went in straight away. What do you need?
Rallied them.
What can we do? And it was amazing. And the support and everything was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I hate to think where these people
would have been without it.
That faith and support and belief and support from people who are like-minded. So that was my 2 pence. I don't know if Jean and Irene disagree, but that's just how I want.
It was lockdown, they needed to talk to other people. And sometimes it's easy to talk to other people, and I don't mean this nasty, but your family, you need sometimes outsiders to talk to than your family, because you're all grieving together. So it's nice to have that other talk.
The other thing is, it was anonymous almost, because you could open up without being sat in front of somebody or being face to face with somebody. But like I said, that's what I wanted to say. And again, you lot are amazing. Absolutely amazing. It blows my mind every time we come on screen.
They are where they've put us 3.
Yeah.
We have a lot of respect for each other and for what we do. And we get on, a lot of people have messaged me and say, well, why do you get on so well? We get on so well because none of us have got an ego. No. None of us are jealous of the other's abilities. And if you need something from us, we will talk about it together. And if we can do it, it will be done.
Yeah.
If we can't do it, we'll find a way around it to do it. Maybe
we'll find the right people.
Or we'll find the right people. Yeah. I know what you and Jean were saying about churches, Tony. I think one of the worst things I've seen in a church, and I think this is so disrespectful, and it was a couple of years ago, and I just finished doing a service. I won't say where it was. I just finished doing a service, and I was talking to the lady that was chairing for me, And there was 2 people on the front seat, and she said, oh, well, now she's finished, I can give you my message to the lady next door. And I thought, well, hang on a minute, you're not supposed to do that. And I think that is disrespectful. When when somebody's finished a service and then you get a member of the congregation giving somebody else a reading right in front of you, I don't like that at all. But I love this community that we've got.
Yeah.
I really do love it. I love the way that they all support us, and they all give us, they'll tell us if it's wrong, which is okay. But also it's just lovely to have them, and we build on it week on week on week. And they all know now that they can come to us if needed for anything.
And they do. People from the feeds come, and I get private messages quite regularly of people just,
yes,
how are you?
Da-da-da. Yeah.
Sarah will be there like a shot.
Oh, we've been absolutely. We will.
Sarah's.
Yes.
Because
can't wait to get back onto physical.
We love doing your live streams. Absolutely amazing energy. And that's the other thing, isn't it? It's people who we all 3 of us, our energies blend together really nicely, but they do with the congregation as well, because
absolutely,
we're open and we're honest, and people appreciate that. And like I said, I just needed to get that off my chest. And I'm sorry if I've gone on.
I do think with this it's not a job, but I'll call it a job. With this, what we do, you have to be open and honest. You have to speak true with spirit. And I except for swear words, I give what spirit give to me verbatim, word for word. And if there's something that, because we don't predict and we're not medical people, so we find a way around to do it that way as well.
Yeah.
But what I get from spirit, it's all true from spirit. I agree with you, Tracy. It is a beautiful group.
It is, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And sorry, Michael, but I do want to pick up on Pam Duffy's point. Yeah, obviously, like I said, this is a community, and it's our community, and we will do this ad infinitum. I'll be doing this live feed when I'm 90 if I can. And if I had the energy and I was feeling up to it, I would do it 7 days a week. But I can't, and I haven't got the energy because it would just wear me out. But what I will say, and Michael's listening in so he knows, a couple of years ago, it might be 3 years ago now, me and Jean and Irene did some of them with me, and Pat did some as well. We did 130 something.
It was tiring
demonstrations, and we were exhausted. And it meant we couldn't do as many live feeds as we want. We will now manage the diary, because my diary is Jean's diary as well, and Irene when she can make it. So
you can put mine on.
We maybe do 1 or 2 services during a week when we can get out and do physical, so that we can keep these on. We may have to tweak nights if we get a booking that falls on a night when we normally do a live, but we will manage the diary so that we can do at least 2, maybe 3 live feeds like we have done through the year, because this is important for me. This feels like it's our baby. I shouldn't say our baby, because we love it. Sorry, Jean.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying this is lovely to keep on as well, because when we're traveling, and we do travel some distance sometimes, they're not all on us doorstep, so we've got all that traveling involved. And it's lovely to travel, and we've travelled and had some tweet, Tony, haven't we, when we've gone way
we make
out.
A day of it. We make a day
we've
of
gone
it.
Have a day of it, and Irene did when we went to Mablethorpe and that.
Yeah.
But so it is nice sometimes to be sat at home doing these.
It is,
because you can do that bit longer. You've got more because we're not travelling them distances before we even start a service. And when you're travelling 2 hours, which we have done for a service which is an hour, and then we come back, we love it. We really do
But it's
love all the
tiring.
churches.
We did see him, didn't we? And I mean,
Yeah.
luckily we went up. We spent the day with my mum and dad.
Oh yeah, lovely.
My mum put a buffet on that could have fed 50 people, and there was only me and Jean there. But hey, but that's 2.5 hours, and then 2.5 hours back, and then the service. It was beautiful, and it was amazing service, and
Lovely
I loved
church,
it.
yeah.
Beautiful church,
Yeah.
but we do it because we want to, and we love
Because
it.
we like doing
And
it.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, I've got my clerical shirt and collar on, and I've just got my joggies on the bottom because it's comfy.
I've got my baggies on. I always wear my baggies because I am comfy, and I'm tight today. I did too much, and Tony's going to slap me when he sees me.
She's not the only one. I am too. And Suzanne says, and not everyone is able to join the physical group either. So
for whatever reason, you know, and we have got people who watch, like I say, from different time zones and different continents,
which is absolutely
wonderful. And they wouldn't be able to join in a physical service. So anyway, that's what I wanted to get off my chest.
I've got to say, if we go to Tony's mum's though, I've never been to Tony's mum's and dad's. That was first time. And bless her, she decorated all the way through. Even a front door, she put some lovely food on. She didn't have to go and decorate. It don't make no difference to me. But bless her, she did it all. So if we ever went and did a live feed through Tony's mum's house, you'd see we're paintbrushing around decorating before we even went.
You would. My mum's house would smell of emulsion, just because. I'm sorry, somebody put a fingerprint on my so I think Spirit are telling me we need to crack on. You've got
to get a move on. Yes.
Well, firstly, so, can I just say, Pam Duffy says, Hartlepool, please, when we're ready. And I just want to say good afternoon to our lovely Matthew from Canada, who's just woken up to say good morning. Hi, Matthew, darling. Hope you're well.
Toward Macca.
No. Yeah, hi, Macca. Right. Poetry. We've had a chat. Yeah, seems we've had a chat. I've got two out. One's a long one and one's a short one. So I'll read the short one so that we can get on with the service. And I found this among my papers last night.
Just a second, Mrs. Just a second. No, I don't like what you said then. I'm going to read the short one so we can get on with the service. This is part of the service, love. Your poetry is part of the service. It lifts the energy, and so there you go.
Okay. Sorry. Would you like the long one or the short one?
Whichever you feel drawn to, but just don't say so we can get on with the service because it's all part.
That's Michael's job saying get on with it, Irene.
I know.
Right, okay. Well, I think you two have heard this one before, but I found this and I was going to save this for another day, but I've been wanting to read this for a couple of days now. And it's just, I'm sorry, gentlemen, this is called The Woman. Ooh. And it's not a poem as such, it's a little bit of philosophy. When God created woman, he was working late on the sixth day. An angel came by and said, why spend so much on that one? The Lord answered, have you seen the specifications I have to meet to shape her? She must be washable, but not made of plastic, have more than 200 movable parts, which all must be replaceable, and she must function on all kinds of food. She must be able to embrace several kids at the same time, give a hug that can heal anything from a bruised knee to a broken heart. And she must be able to do all this with only 2 hands. The angel was impressed. Just 2 hands? Impossible. And this is the standard model. Too much work for one day. Wait until tomorrow and then complete her. I will not, corrected the Lord. I am so close to completing this creation, which will be the favorite of my heart. She cures herself when sick and can work 18 hours a day. The angel came closer and touched the woman. But you have made her soft, Lord. She is soft, but I have also made her strong. You cannot imagine what she can endure and overcome, said the Lord. Can she think? Asked the angel. The Lord answered, not only can she think, but she can reason and negotiate. The angel touched the woman's cheek. Lord, it seems to be leaking. You have to place too many burdens on her. And the Lord said, tears are her way of expressing grief, her doubts, her love, her loneliness, her suffering, and her pride. This made a big impression on the angel. Lord, you are a genius. You have thought of everything. The woman is indeed marvelous. The Lord said, indeed she is. Woman has strengths that amaze men. She can handle trouble, carry heavy burdens. She holds happiness, love, and opinions. She smiles when she feels like screaming, sings when she's happy, and laughs when she is afraid. She fights for what she believes in, stands up for injustice. She doesn't take no for an answer when she can see a better solution. She gives of herself so that her family can thrive. She takes her friend to the doctor if she is afraid, and her love is unconditional. She cries when her kids are victorious. She is happy when her friends do well, glad when she hears of a birth or a wedding. Her heart is broken when a loved one or friend dies, but finds the strength to get on with life. She knows that a hug and a kiss can heal a broken heart. There is only one thing wrong with her. She forgets what she is worth.
Absolutely amazing. I love that. I have
That's
heard
totally
that.
different, Irene.
I've
It
heard
is.
that
I just
before.
thought
It's
it would
absolutely
be,
gorgeous.
you know, well,
So different.
I if you want me to put it on, I will do. Just let me know.
Oh yes, yes, please, yes, please.
Okie dokie, my darling. That's fine.
What I might try just before we get into doing some blind readings. I know a lot of you watch Paul Humphreys, and he's using StreamYard now. And what he does is he posts the link into the comments and pins it so it's at the bottom all the time. When he gets the person that he knows he's with, he invites them onto screen.
Oh, I've
if
seen
they
him
want
do
to.
that.
So I might try that and see
Yeah.
how that works next time. So tomorrow night I'll do that so we can have on-screen readings if people want to. If they don't, they can take the... But what I don't want is people just clicking the link and coming on into the back room just willy-nilly, because that would get messy. So if we say, would you like...
Willy-nilly.
Yeah, I know. So just for instance, if I said, Jeanette Wilson, you can take all of this evidence, would you like to come on screen?
Join
you
us,
could go on, click the link and come on then. So
Brilliant.
only when you're invited, come
Yeah.
on. I'm not being funny, but it just would get confusing if...
I've seen him do it, Tony, and I think it's worked well.
It seems to work really well, because then
Yeah.
you get the on-screen reading as well. So I wouldn't have to then have a list and invite people all the time. So that I'll try that tomorrow night and we'll see how that works.
See how it goes.
If that's okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good.
Paul, absolutely no pressure. And we would never cut a link because somebody doesn't want to come on screen.
No.
Never. If people really don't want to, you're not IT or you're shy or for whatever reason, as long as everybody is happy with it, we'll try it. If it works, and we'll keep doing it. If it doesn't, we'll say, well, we tried it, didn't work. Michael, stop being naughty.
What's he saying?
Not sure about the nilly.
But if the alternative is still on offer. And Zoe makes a valid point. That sounds great idea, Tony, as long as everyone is respectful.
It's on our credits.
Yes, it is. Please be respectful.
Please be respectful. Yeah. And that is the only time I would go on to Facebook and kick people out of our feeds, is if people are disrespectful.
They're disrespectful. Yeah.
If somebody's been really disrespectful and we ask them once, I know I've seen about the lockdown hair.
No, I was looking at Jeanette, so we'll make sure I've got makeup on just in case. Oh, Jeanette, you're beautiful as you are, darling.
Oh, and Suzanne says, always make sure we look good, then clean knickers on.
Yes, you need clean knickers. Yes, just in case.
You start with something now, Tony.
And if you laugh a lot, you tend a lady.
Yes. Or ten a man.
Or ten a man.
Oh,
sorry.
Ten a man.
We're getting into the realms of being silly again, but never mind. That's us.
We like silly though.
Sorry, I've taken half an hour of the service up by having my waffle at the beginning, but I just needed to get it off my chest. You just need to say yes or no. I can sit on a feet
and read stories. then you can do this. That's true, Michael. That is very true.
Lisa Scott. She's laid on bed looking like a troll.
That's what I've just seen that.
Hey,
It ain't matter. I'm sorry, you don't have to go and put your makeup on and do your hair and everything. You can be in your gym jams.
Come as you are. You are very welcome, just as you are. There is no judgment.
Come on, Tony, you've got to open up. You look nice on the top, but what have you got on the bottom?
I've got my slobby jockers.
See? So you only need to do this bit.
I've got my clerical shirt on because I'm a reverend and I'm doing a service, so I wear my garb. But if I didn't, I would just have a t-shirt and a fleece on.
I had to tell you what Tony's got on his bottoms.
Yes.
Oh, Tracy's just put on. It's lovely. I like it when we all chat. Well, if you just want to chat, that's fine with us.
Absolutely
that's fine with us. We will do whatever you want. If you'd rather chat, we'll just chat and have a laugh.
Paul, don't. No judgment in here at all. No judgment.
Absolutely none. No,
and
that's all.
Like I said at the beginning, you could be sky blue pink with polka dots. I don't care.
Could be satin and yellow polka dot bikini.
And if anybody would make comments like that, I would, like I said, they wouldn't be on the service because I do not tolerate any form of judgment or abuse. It's not on at all.
No, absolutely not.
And that's why we are as we are, because we are so open. And that's what drew me to the New Christian Spiritualist Society, actually, because they don't have any prejudice or judgments. Because I mean, Lynn was very open on my chat with Lynn about her sexuality and stuff, and what's happened to her in her life. And we are LGBT, me and Michael, and you know, Jean and Irene are married to men. So you know, we have to have some of them in the world, I suppose.
I've been married 42 years this year, Tony. But come on, I think this last 3 years, you've probably seen more than my husband.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been married to Ed 31 years this year, so
just shows you I feel so comfortable with Tony that I can go to Tony and say to him, Tony, just can you sort this out, or do you mind? Does this look normal? And I feel so comfortable with him. So it just shows you that
no judgment.
And my husband, it doesn't bother because he's really took Tony and Michael as his brothers.
Can I just say, and I'm not going to mention names, Jean, or relatives or anything, but when you were coming down to the caravan with me, somebody did say to you, "Oh, are you sure that's safe?"
Yes.
Didn't they? Do you know who I mean?
Yeah.
They rang you up, didn't they, and said,
"Yeah,
are you sure that's safe? Will you be all right on your own?"
Yeah, they did. Stuart knew I was going with just Tony, and he had no issues about it. But this person did.
Yeah, and it was really odd, and it blew my head, and I just thought,
I could top and tail with Tony, not being rude, and my other friends, and I know that there's nothing. There's no feeling either way. Tony's my brother at the end of the day. That's how I expect Tony and Michael. They're my brothers. And that's why I say, when you've seen it, my little brothers, because that's all they are to me.
Yeah.
Little brothers.
We sent you a planting a Mother's Day flower, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a Mother's Day card and a Mother's Day flower.
Oh, that's nice. Can I just pick up on what Sean Maltus has put on?
Yeah.
What I love about your three in particular, is how welcoming and down to earth you are. I am a very nervous person at times, and you guys instantly put me at ease. Thank you, Sean. That's lovely. And you are very, very welcome, darling. You are very, very welcome.
But like I said, at the end of the day, I will post a link tomorrow and I'll pin it to the bottom of the comments so that if you scroll right to the bottom of your comments, you'll see I'll put on StreamYard link. If you are the person who can take all of the evidence and it has to be the whole message,
not just
even if
bits
we
and
get
pieces.
2 people, like when they piggyback, we could get 2 people in and just say, well, I don't know, Deborah and Pam Duffy, you both say you can take all of this message, click on the link if you want to and come on screen. Absolutely fine. If you put a message up saying, actually don't feel comfortable, so I don't want to, that's fine as well. We'll just carry on with the message as is. So just something I want to try, see how it works. And I will credit Paul Humphreys with the idea because it was his. It wasn't mine.
Have you seen what your Michael's put on? I've got the paint if you have places you wanted applying.
That's Michael for you. That's our Michael.
Evelyn Brown says, I don't have the internet. I think it requires to do that. It doesn't actually take that much. So you could try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But, we'll try it, see how it works. Anyhow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I do agree with what Sophie Higgs just put. You'll get there, that's all. It's confidence. You need to raise that head and keep it up high. We both know that no one in this congregation is going to be that disgusting. Absolutely
right.
No.
Absolutely right. There's no place for that here with us. None at all.
No.
I mean, my Jean and Tony know my son-in-law is black. So and he's been with my daughter for 10 years. No, longer than that. 13 years now, 14 years. And I'm like everybody else. I went to school with a girl that was mixed race, and I've got a lot of mixed race friends and that. So there's no, absolutely nothing like that here from us.
There isn't.
We accept everybody, whatever gender you are, like Tony said, whatever the colour of your skin. It doesn't make any difference to us.
No. And what I will say is the Archbishop at Bridlington, Jeanette, thought she'd put her foot in it because one of the questions Nick asked her when she wanted to join the New Christian Spiritualists was, and what would you do if 2 gay people came and asked you to marry them? And she hadn't answered straight away, and Nick hadn't got in touch. So she said, well, actually, I would marry them. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
And Nick didn't reply to her, and she thought, oh, hell, I've put my foot in it. They obviously don't like same-sex marriage. But never mind, it's not for me then. And Nick just went back and said, well, absolutely. Absolutely.
What about the church? Go on, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, so as a minister of the New Christian Spiritualist Society, if 2 men, women wanted to get married, absolutely fine. Absolutely
What
fine.
about the church, Tony, where our Amy had our Cohen christened?
Oh.
That caused a riot.
Why?
Well, when we went to Cohen's baptism, you got a newsletter. And on the back of the church newsletter was something that was, is that your Alfie?
It's Alfie. It's all right.
Saying that the recent epidemic of transgender children was down to basically parents not being strict enough with their children and indulging them, is what he put. So Michael slammed this thing down and was going to get up and have his say. And I said, don't, because this isn't about us. This is about Cohen and the other children there being baptized. We can deal with this later. A couple of weeks later, we were at the caravan and the Rotherham Advertiser put up that the vicar at the same church had made a statement somewhere saying, well, all of this about gay people adopting children, well, it's tantamount to the council handing them over to paedophiles.
Oh, what? Oh dear.
So
There were
that caused an
petition outside.
outrage.
There were
Well,
petition
it was
outside, weren't there?
it was the Rainbow Project went up. We didn't demonstrate. We couldn't join actually because we were at the caravan. But they went up that Sunday with all of the material that they've been taught. No, that was it. Teaching children in school about same-sex relationships is like encouraging them to go with paedophiles. So we went up with the material that they'd been taught in school and a big sign saying, this isn't a protest. This is just us giving you the opportunity to have discussions with LGBTQ plus people and to learn the truth. That's all we did. But yes, he was asked to leave.
Yeah, he got asked to leave.
The governors of, he was governor at several schools and he was asked to leave. Pam Duffy, he is still a vicar. The Diocese of Sheffield did nothing. They investigated and did nothing. But the schools, in their credit, asked him to leave the Board of Governors because they said, we don't want that sort of thing in our schools.
Yeah, it was terrible.
But he is still at the church and he is still a vicar, which astounds me.
It should have been stripped. It should have been stripped to his title.
Do you think, Tony, that a lot of this comes out of ignorance of not knowing what LGBT people are? Because to me, that is, well, if you don't know, go and sit down and talk to somebody who is of that gender and get to know the facts rather than have speculation.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going back a bit, but it's tantamount in the 80s when the AIDS thing came in, and that was awful. That was an awful time as well. And you'd think that we'd have got over that now, and we have, and now we've got whatever you do. I mean, I saw Tracy's go up. Her son-in-law is Muslim, and she's saying she gets some awful comments. Why? They're people just like we are. They've just had a hard time, and not every Muslim is a bad Muslim.
Yeah.
There's good and bad in every community.
I sort of agree with Michael as well. It's dogmatic bigotry.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Nick did a talk with the Rainbow Project about LGBTQ and faith and religion. And if anybody wants to replay it, it is on their website and it's absolutely amazing. Matthew, really,
just seen that.
how are you going to cope with that, mate?
Well,
do you know what?
Matthew, I'm here for you, darling. I'm here for you, Matthew. You don't have to put up with it.
I've had to think about Michael once or twice, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
And I will just reinforce, and Jeanette Bolton-son, who was the Archbishop that I was talking about, with our society, it makes no difference. You can be who you are and what you are, as long as you're respectful and as long as you're not hurting anybody and everything's consensual. Get on with it for me. And Paul, I know Lynn would be exactly the same. It would just be... she would just, I don't care, because she keeps coming around me and commenting on my nails and things, which are very short for me, but they're my nails. I'm trying to grow them, but there we are. Oh, Danielle, sometimes you think about your husband. All right. Zoe Brown, yes, your comments are showing, darling. All comments are showing on our feed today.
Yeah. Oh, dear me.
Anyway.
But I just think that sometimes if people would only sit down and talk to the people that know more than what they do, but they say that ignorance is bliss, and a lot of it is just, I just don't comprehend it. It goes over my head. Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes ignorance isn't bliss.
That was a good comment what somebody's made, that we all bleed the same.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, yeah, we do. Absolutely.
And I know we are turning into a Q&A session, which is absolutely fine. I did think this session was going to be really organic because of what I wanted to say at the beginning. But what I would say, and I'm not going to get too political about this, I hope, and Michael, please don't. People in positions of authority, be they ministers or celebrities or whoever, if you have a voice that people listen to, I am all about free speech. I will fight your corner for your right to say what you want to say, except hate speech. I think no one has the right to spread hate or to encourage hate. And there are people who wave their wands.
There is.
Who are, I mean, what worries me, and the Vicar's comments are taking me back to, and Michael rightly said, those comments remind him of when Margaret Thatcher brought in Section 28, which was her speech at the Tory rally started with, "We need to endorse strong family values. Children now think they have the inalienable right to be gay." And after that, at that Tory party conference, she brought in Section 28, which said you could not teach or discuss same-sex relationships in school. So if a child went to their teacher and said, "Sir, I think I'm gay," or "Miss, I think I'm gay," that teacher could not speak to that child about it because they weren't allowed to encourage or promote homosexuality in schools. That Vicar's comment, which was only, when was Cohen baptised?
3 years ago.
That was only 3 years ago, and he was saying the same sort of comments. And the way that the political climate and certain celebrities who are pushing to have what do they call it, Michael? Same-sex space? No. They want to protect the right of what they call cis women to have their own changing room. So a trans woman wouldn't be allowed to go and get changed in a female changing room. Just as, well, they don't talk about female to male transitions because that doesn't fit their rhetoric. Because what they say is sex offenders could put a wig on and a dress, say that they are trans, and go in and molest women, which is ridiculous. There's only been one incident of it in God knows how many years. And that was in a prison, as I believe. Which, anyway. So the political rhetoric at the minute is starting to take an uncomfortable shift, which is why we're trying to get the Rainbow Project up and running and get it so that we have a voice and we can talk about these issues and highlight these issues. And I won't name names, but like I said, I've given plenty of hints because I was talking about waving wands and people who have a voice in celebrity and wands and certain film franchises and books and things. She annoys me. And other celebrities have written in supporting what she said, and it's wrong because it is, Michael, political ideology is heading back to Section 28 and that sort of thing, and it just worries me because it's people in high places who have a voice who are trying to instill these things, and it's just concerning. We were doing so well as well. We were making huge strides forward, and now we're not. There we are.
There's still huge strides forward because, I mean, if there wasn't any strides forwards, Tony, they wouldn't have brought the musical Jamie out. It's all about Jamie.
Well, no.
You know, I mean, considering that he grew up like that and he never hid the fact that he was gay all the way through school. As soon as he knew, he never hid it.
No, we didn't. So and he's an amazing lad.
Yeah.
He is.
And
but
that way, you know, and I think there ought to be more discussions. I know that you do the Rainbow Project, but sometimes it might not hurt to see if you could take it into maybe the senior schools and talk to people who think they may be gay or trans or whatever.
Well,
I would talk. Oh, go on, sorry, go on, Tony.
No, I was just picking up on a comment Matthew's made about toilets are labelled male and female, but legally anybody can go into either. It is sort of the same here, but quite a few places now just have toilets. So they have cubicles and urinals in toilets, and it's just a space so anybody can go in and use the toilets. That's the way we're trying to go with Wath Hall. We're going to just have toilets which are disabled, changing spaces, and have urinals and cubicles in for ladies to use. So anybody can use them.
I spoke to Tony a while ago, and I don't know if I mentioned that here. When I were a youth worker before I became a social worker, I got a young lad in youth centre to come to me, and he knew he was gay, bless him, but he still got that bullying. Can you remember me telling you, Tony?
Yeah,
and his dad was absolutely terrible. And his dad, and I'm going to say lady of the night, so you know what I'm on about. He actually paid for, and they were only 14 at the time, paid for one of these ladies to go to try to prove and to show lad that he wasn't gay. He would just say
that breaks my heart.
And then
breaks
when
my
the
heart.
lad couldn't do it, the lad suffered so much that in end it really knocked him back. And he did talk about committing suicide, bless him, at the time. But I've not seen him for a while, but I saw him. I'm going back a few years now. And when I saw him, he'd actually left the home and was living with a gentleman. And it blossomed. He actually blossomed because he could be himself and not what his dad wanted, because his dad used to say, I can go down pub and send me lads. And I'm not going to say what he said because he didn't say gay. He gave it all the horrible terms. What fetched out in 80s, weren't it? And he says, I can ask and that. And he was awful to that lad. But to get somebody, as he was growing up, and pay for him to, what, was
to
evil.
try and, I know,
it's
wrong.
awful. Pamela makes a good point. My grandson, who is 17, was very close to another boy at school. In fact, they were inseparable. The school were fine, but the other boy's family complained to the school and they were moved at school. I think the other family didn't want their son to be gay, but you can't stop how someone feels. It caused my grandson so much hurt. We had to keep an eye on him as he felt suicidal. That is awful.
Yeah, it is.
It is. But things like this happen more than you think. And with the I'm plugging the Rainbow Project, but I'm unashamedly doing it.
No, but they're 12 people, Tony, because you can talk to them.
We have socials on a Saturday. Matthew came to one. There's another one this Saturday. If anybody's interested, pass me a message. You can come on to Zoom and we'll have a chat, cup of coffee, and just rattle about anything and everything. 1 till 3 Saturday.
She's just put, my son's friend came out at 15 and parents threw him out.
I think, again, that's awful. It's just so
ignorance.
I mean, it doesn't matter as long as my children and my grandchildren are happy and healthy. I don't care. I really don't. It wouldn't bother me. I mean,
well,
if it bothered me, I would have bothered with Stacey getting with Orin. But I didn't. It doesn't matter that as long as they love each other and they're happy, that's all that counts. And Naya has the most amazing father. She really does.
Michael says they aren't parents; they're unfit to use that title.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate aim. That's the ultimate aim of the Rainbow Project. We want to have a house or somewhere that we can use as a safe space, so that if people come out to the parents and they throw them out, there's a space we can use. And we've been through it with Ben, and it doesn't matter as long as he's happy.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Is what he is.
You can't help who you love.
No, you can't. Or how you feel if you feel you're born in the wrong body.
Yeah.
That's
lovely,
I mean,
Karen.
the parents
It
throwing out
is.
in the 60s, 70s, that was the
That is
general
lovely,
thing.
that.
And
Proud. I'm glad. Yeah, it's lovely.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
proud
Ben
with
came out to
love.
us.
Yeah.
Look at Ben.
Ben
Yeah.
came out to us as a lesbian, and then came out a bit later as being trans. So he's now happy, healthy, well considered. He's got a nice job. He's just amazing.
I went to Tony's. Can you remember, Tony, when you caravan on our side?
Yeah.
And I said nothing to Stuart whatsoever. Not that he bothers, because he knows Tony and Michael. But we went down and we had tea and everything, and we introduced him to Ben and that, didn't we? And when I get back to caravan, I says, Stuart says, can I just ask you? I says, didn't you recognise anything, or didn't you think about anything? And he says, what you're on about? He says, it were a lovely tea, which Michael does cook well anyway.
He does.
And I did actually explain about Ben. And Stuart said, Jean, if you had not said no, I wouldn't have been no wiser.
No.
He says, he's a lovely lad. He says, and his girlfriend at the time, but lovely, weren't
Laurie,
she?
yeah.
Yeah. And he says, Jean, I wouldn't have known. He says, I just wouldn't have known. He says, and it's nice to have met him. Well, I've never met Ben at the time as a girl, had I? Because I met you when Ben were growing up. And he is absolutely wonderful. He's wonderful.
Kid. He's a good kid.
I just love him to pieces.
Yeah.
But Stuart...
And the way he's rallied for my mum and dad, because they're up in the northeast and we can't get there, Ben goes and takes them shopping and whatever they need. It's amazing.
And he spoke to me about things, and when I've asked him, he's not been scared to tell me he's going through
Jean
all
got
this.
to see the scars.
I even said to him, didn't I? I said, do you mind showing me? And I said, it weren't big busters anyway, but they wear them things, don't they?
Binders,
and he says, he says, even to consultant who would do me up, said, well, there won't be good scars because I ain't got much anyway. And he's shown me his top, and it were absolutely fantastic. How they've done his Zop. No, you can't see scars or anything. Brilliant.
No, it's amazing. Dr. Oh God, was it Nishaw? Dr. Nishaw at Hull. He was amazing.
He is.
Amazing surgeon.
His voice has broken everything now, hasn't
He's got a deeper voice than me, even with this croaky voice. He's got a deeper voice than me, and he's more masculine than me. But there you go.
I think the people of today I think the younger ones of today, and sort of say 30 somethings down, I honestly think they have a better understanding of what it is to be gay and how it works than people like us brought up in the 40s, 50s, 60s, you know. And when you go back to the dark days when they threw you in prison for being gay, it's awful.
Have you seen Tracy's comment?
Yeah, she's got 2 straight children, one bisexual, one and a lesbian.
Oh, bless you. You've got the full cookery course then, darling, haven't you? Bless you. But as you love them all the same, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not prejudiced. As long as you don't hurt me or my family, then
Ben, Michael got a text off Ben saying, "Dad, I think you're right." So he calls Michael Dad as well.
Dad, yeah.
Yeah.
Michael said, "Yes, son." End of conversation. That's all it was. Because Ben always complained to us that people called him son when he was in a shop.
Yeah.
How can I help you, son? Oh, they think I'm a boy, Dad. What? And I said, well, Ben, you wear baggy t-shirts, you wear joggers, you've got really short cropped hair, shorter than mine.
Beautiful looking.
Yeah.
No bust.
Oh, it's a handsome lad.
So people are going to think you're a boy. You've given them nothing to give them any other clues. So that was the text. Dad, I think you're right. Michael just sent back, what about son?
And he gives you so big hugs, and he didn't know me from Adam when I first met him. No,
Can't
but when
anymore.
I met him, Tony,
yeah,
I never knew Ben. You just introduced him to me.
Yeah.
But is that sensitivity? First thing he did was give me a big hug.
Yeah, he's He's a very tactile, loving child. He
and
really,
to not know
not a child anymore. He's 25 this year.
Because he wouldn't have known what I was thinking about, would he? But he gave me
No.
that big hug and weren't bothered. I love it.
No, he is. He's a lovely kid. But going back to Tracy's point,
Yeah.
you don't deserve the right to be called a parent if that's your attitude. Not you, Tracy, but
Correct.
if people can't accept what your child is because of who they fell in love with or the fact that they were born in the wrong body. We watched a documentary on Netflix called Disclosure, which was about trans people. And there was a trans woman being interviewed on an American chat show years ago. It was either late 70s or early 80s. And they said, "What about your penis?" And the trans woman said, "It's an accident. That is an accident. It shouldn't be there." So that's how they saw it. And that's how it is for me. Anyway, we have gone on and on and on.
We had
today.
We're so sorry we
But I hope people have enjoyed it.
Yeah, I have, definitely.
I think it's been lovely talk.
Oh, Amanda Wren, sorry, I just want to pick this up.
I've just read that.
Likes that their own person, it's okay, but to persecute somebody who is different, it's like a form of ethnic cleansing. Anyone who can't accept is just disgraceful. Daughter's best friend and housemate from uni was fostered by a reduced family and they tried to send him straight. It's wrong. It's wrong. It really is. But anyway, yes, we all have a different opinion of family. And Armistead Maupin, who wrote a series of books called Tales of the City, his autobiography is called My Logical Family. And what he says is you have a biological family, which are your genes, your genetics. And then you also find people like Jean is to me, people who just fit. They're not your blood, but they just fit. And they are your logical family. And if you have both that are involved in your life and are nurturing you and helping you grow, that's fine. But if anybody watching this today or sometime in the future, your biological family can't accept you and can't understand you for the way you are, be that because of colour, sexuality, gender identity, whatever, you will find a logical family. And if you watch this and you're on the feed, or you'll have family or friends who feel like they don't fit and their biological family have rejected them, bring them onto one of our services and introduce them to us, or the Rainbow Project, and introduce them to us. We'll welcome them.
Duffy's said something nice. It's nice to think we can chat as a group about anything.
Yeah.
That's
and
nice.
I like Michelle Lunn's comment. If people got off their high horses and stopped and thought what it has took for these people to come out. And that's true as well. And again, if any of you know anybody that is struggling with their sexuality, you know where to come. Tony can lead you through the bits that you know, and but we're all there to support each other.
And if you look on Facebook for the Rainbow Project Rotherham, or if you want to email, the inbox is info@therainbowproject.org.uk. I'll drop it into the comments and I'll put it on my wall, my Facebook wall, so anybody can just send an email. I'm struggling, what if your son doesn't accept that you support his sexuality and support him? Jacqueline, that's a tricky one, because what it means is there's something going on with your son. He will accept you, accept him. That's absolutely, he will. It's just at the minute he's obviously still struggling himself. And if you want to talk, if it's your son or if it's somebody's son you know, get him to send me a message, or info@therainbowproject.org.uk, and we'll get back to him. he obviously needs a bit of support himself. That's all I would
Sean's
say.
put, it doesn't feel like a group, it feels more like a family.
Oh,
Oh,
Sean,
that's lovely.
don't
Thank
make me
you,
cry.
Sean.
That is
I'm welling up. We've had some lovely comments. We really have. And we're so pleased that you've all thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoy having a chat like this because we get our opinions and we get your opinions as well.
And we've gone right round the houses about everything today. I feel like we've put the world to rights.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Jacqueline, please drop me a message or drop the Rainbow Project a message, and we'll help as much as we can. We do.
Well, we haven't given no messages, but I've really enjoyed it.
We have.
Yeah,
Jacqueline, sorry, can I just say as well, we're looking at starting a family support group as well. When we have a physical space, we'll be doing it in a physical space, but we are thinking about doing it one on Zoom. So if it's you, I don't know, or the family of this young man want to come on and have a chat, you're more than welcome to join us. Just send me a private message and I'll send you the Zoom link and you can join. We're open, Zoe, and we'll talk about everyone.
To meet up. Zoe, I wished I could meet you all one day.
You maybe will, darling. You maybe will.
Yeah, depends where you are.
It depends on where you are and where we are, but I'm almost sure that once we get out of lockdown,
in a hotel somewhere.
We could.
Yeah.
It's a world message. It is. Yes, it's been a message to everyone.
It is, absolutely. But we try and get around as many churches and places either together or separately. And as you know, if I'm off doing a service, Tony and Jean carry on. If Tony's doing a service or not, well, Jean and I carry on, and that's how we support each other.
Oh, Matthew, that's sweet.
Well,
question one was, when did you tell your parents you were straight? That's the thing. A lot of people say, why do you have to come out? But you do. But yeah, you don't come out as straight.
You've got to be honest with yourself, haven't you, Tony? You've got to be honest with yourself. And because if you're not honest with yourself, you're not you. You know, it's crazy.
Matthew, if you want to move to UK, I've got a room.
So have I.
Walker. Lisa, Jean does come to the caravan, and Irene's more than welcome to come, but we've only got one spare bedroom, but that could be awkward.
I've got a spare bedroom. We can always share up somehow, and I've got a bed set.
Yeah, we can meet it up somewhere. Yeah, we'll sort it, because Lisa Walker's got a caravan on our site as well.
And
once we get out of lockdown, we'll see what we can arrange.
Yeah,
I'm in Answer, Lisa, so not far from Tony.
No, and you do come to my caravan as well, don't you?
Yes, I do go.
But anyway, thank you, everybody. It's been wonderful.
And I haven't got a caravan. Never mind. I'll book in with Gina or Tony and Michael.
Yeah, Jeanette Wilson's on our site as well.
And Tracy,
all right.
2 spare bedrooms. Is that for Matthew?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Anyway, like I said, thank you everybody for your input.
For joining, it's been lovely.
It's been absolutely fabulous.
I'm on Sandlemere.
Hang on, it'd be lovely. Can I be the first, Matthew? I'll come to
visit Canada.
I can come.
Oh, definitely. I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I'll be joining them.
Yeah.
leave the husbands at home.
And Lisa, Jeanette Wilson's got amazing internet because she's got a proper internet provider at the caravan, which Michael and I are going to when we get back to the caravan. I miss it.
April 12th, if nothing changes.
Yeah. Pamela, we're going as well because I've got to rest my voice because I'm going.
I'm tired.
Little
Port tonight. So if anybody...
Guess where I'm going tonight? I'm going all the way down to Eastbourne.
Are you?
Tonight.
Fabulous.
I am. Yes, Eastbourne Spiritualist Church tonight.
Wonderful. Like Zoom. I said, so tonight you have a service at Littleport. You also have Eastbourne, so you can take your pick. I'm the medium for Littleport tonight. Then tomorrow night we will be back, we three, and we will be doing messages, promise.
Yes.
And I will be posting the link into the comments. So if you want to come on when you're getting your message, you can. Then Sunday we'll be doing our divine service. So that's everything. All of the posts are out, so you just, you know where you are. Debbie Spencer Evans says she's going to our gate.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm not physically travelling to Eastbourne. I think that'd be a bit too far for starting off now.
It would, yeah. You'd need to be on your way, actually. Anyway, I'm going to go and get some food.
Yes.
So
are we closing in prayer?
Of course we are.
We are.
Okay.
Because it's not night time. I forgot last week.
Oh, well, do you want to close in prayer then, Jean?
No, you can do it if you want, Irene.
Oh, okay.
Don't fight, ladies.
Okay.
Don't fight.
Oh, never. Right, can we bow our heads, please, friends? Dear Lord, Divine Father, thank you for a most uplifting service, and we're glad that we might have been able to put the world to rights just a little bit. But Father, could we please remember the healing for all of those on beds of sickness, for our animal kingdom, and for our wonderful Mother Earth as well. And could we also ask for a guardian angel to be with each and every person that's been with us this afternoon. And until we meet again, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Jean? Oh, are you going to sing or not?
Well,
or are you saving that
for
tomorrow?
Time. Yeah, it's
That's
not
true.
night time, is
That's
it?
true. Anyway, thank you, everybody.
Afternoon, angels watch over you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Everybody who's watching now and anybody who's watching in the future, I hope a guardian angel stays with you.
Yes.
Goodbye. See you soon,
God
everybody.
bless. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Good night. Bye, everybody.